So what should you take away from the UN General Assembly here in New York this year? And more importantly, what are the diplomats from around the world taking away? What are they telling me about events here? I'll tell you one thing. Listening to President Trump's address to the Assembly, what they heard and what I heard is something of a MAGA speech for the world.
In the United States, we reject the idea that mass numbers of people from foreign lands can be permitted to travel halfway around the world, trample our borders, violate our sovereignty, cause unmitigated crime, and deplete our social safety net. It's time to end the failed experiment of open borders. You have to end it now. See, I can tell you. I'm really good at this stuff. Your countries are going to hell.
Quite a audacious speech from the U.S. president to attempt to project his domestic political agenda on the world. The other focus here is on the ongoing war in Ukraine and the president's words, which were something of a surprise to those assembled here, and I imagine to President Zelensky as well, because when Trump came out of his meeting with Zelensky, he said something he hasn't said before. He said that Ukraine can indeed win back all the territory that Russia has taken since its full-scale invasion, or even perhaps going back to its partial invasion in 2014. Quite the opposite of what Trump said to Zelensky in that infamous Oval Office meeting back in February, when he said that Zelensky had no cards. So an expression of confidence in Ukraine and in steps forward for the world. He also crucially said to the Ukrainian president that the U.S. would provide security guarantees in any eventual peace deal. Finally, it is the issue of recognizing Palestinian statehood, because now the U.S. and Israel find themselves in effect on a shrinking island as two of the only countries in the world that have not recognized Palestinian statehood. The number is above 145 now, and crucially, that number now includes some of America's closest allies, Canada, France, the UK, Australia. And when the president from the podium said that recognition of a Palestinian state is a gift to Hamas, which is a talking point we hear from Israeli officials as well, it's not what you hear from other leaders here. They say this is an important expression that the world still believes the Palestinian people should have a right to self-determination, and they worry that Israel's ongoing war in Gaza is, in the words of the Canadian Prime Minister, erasing even the possibility of Palestinian self-determination.
I'm really good at this stuff. Your countries are going to hell.
President Trump's speech was quite extraordinary. He really went at not just adversaries, but allies. He basically told them their countries are going to fail.
And if you don't stop people that you've never seen before, that you have nothing in common with, your country is going to fail.
He used this platform to really big up the conspiracy theories about climate change.
Climate change. It's the greatest con job ever perpetrated on the world, in my opinion. All of these predictions made by the United Nations and many others, often for bad reasons, were wrong.
Ignoring all the data, obviously, that we know about climate change, he also, didn't go as far as NATO allies want him to go on saying how he's going to hold Putin to account for continuing to defy him. Putin keeps testing NATO, sending in fighter jets, sending in drones to NATO territory, but not only that, defying Donald Trump himself, who hosted him here in Alaska not so many weeks ago, and Putin has just literally gone ahead with his war in Ukraine. The only applause that President Trump got was when he called, rightly so, for the release of all the hostages being held by Hamas.
Release the hostages now. Just release the hostages now. Okay.
President Trump, why did you cancel the meeting with Chuck Schumer?
All I got from the United Nations was an escalator that on the way up stopped right in the middle. If the First Lady wasn't in great shape, she would have fallen. But she's in great shape. We're both in good shape. We both stood. I think I should just do it the other way. It's easier. many years ago, a very successful real estate developer in New York. I ended 7 wars. Very much appreciated. And I don't mind making this speech without a teleprompter, because the teleprompter is not working. I feel very happy to be up here with you nevertheless, and that way you speak more from the heart. I can only say that whoever's operating this teleprompter is in big trouble.